Welcome to Web Wars. My name is Kimani Mbogwa. This is a brand new segment here on Daybreak where we talk about all the stories that have made headlines across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We just sort them through and find the ones that are worth talking about. And on this second episode, last week we had the first episode, we talked about some of the Twitter beefs. It was a bit light. We had Brian Bunde, who's now back with us now, and have Mumbi Mutuku with us in studio. We're quickly going to go to the stories that made headlines last week on social media. I'm going to start with Facebook because a lot of people are on Facebook. But first, before I get there, let me have you guys introduce yourselves so the people can get to know you. Mumbi Mutuku, fantastic radio presenter.
Yeah, former.
Yeah, former radio presenter. We've worked together before.
Yeah.
Yes. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Mumbi Mutuku and I'm a writer at Pulse Live. I'm basically a journalist, you can say that.
Yeah. Journalist. Okay. Yes. And Brian.
My name is Brian Bunde. I'm a digital strategist.
Just say Twitter celebrity. I call him Twitter celebrity.
Yeah,
he's very famous on Twitter. And now let's get into the first story. So there's a video that went viral on Facebook and everybody's talking about it because it elicited a lot of reactions because of the way a lot of sympathy, but then there's a lot more to it that people discovered later. So we went out and tracked this young boy from, if you're on Facebook, you've seen it, the boy is called Wamaviti, Wamakeki, Guy, but then Guy, but then we went to the boy's home in Kikuyu, in Dumberi, and we found the boy, and this is the story. The video of a child describing food and snacks he saw but never tasted from a birthday party caused a buzz on Facebook as soon as it surfaced. Though the boy is speaking in Kikuyu, his expression of disappointment after being chased away from a birthday party because of how he was dressed is what elicited sympathy from Facebookers, and some of them went out of their way to treat the young lad. An M-Pesa line to send treats was opened and a lot of people sent their donations and offers to make the boy's wishes come true. We traced the boy to his grandmother's home in Dumberi, Kiambu, and though the now viral video was recorded about 5 to 6 years ago, Mbogwa, who is 12 now, still remembers the events of that day. Mbogwa's grandmother, who is his guardian after his mother abandoned him, says that Mbogwa needs to go to a school for children with special needs as he does not fit in his current primary school, Dumberi Primary, as other kids keep picking on him.
Mwena-ini wake ni andu aria metikagia endu ekire na atekire ni aretikia uguo na aria mena makamuthoma makona undu uria wekwo ri no Mbogwa uria wekwo ni Mbogwa.
The family though cannot afford to pay for him to go to a special needs facility and are now calling on well-wishers to help the boy get a proper education. Yes, what do you guys, first of all, the boy is 12 years old now. The video was from 5 to 6 years ago. Let's start with Brad.
I'm not so sure if poor people should have babies. It's kind of conflicting because you see now there's some people who can't take care of their babies. They give birth, then they neglect them, then later on the kid grows and let's say maybe becomes successful. At times they can become thieves. You can never be too sure about life.
The grandfather died, and on the day that the grandfather died is the day that the boy was chased away from school, and the grandmother was told, you know, your child is naughty, he's done all the mistakes. And so she was so angry, she actually went to the chief and reported the teachers. Now the case is there. So what do you think about this first?
First of all, I'd first like to say it's even commendable for the grandmother to take that responsibility, because when you have the grandmother has a child, the daughter, and this daughter is not capable, rather, of taking care of the son. And for the grandmother to step in, that is commendable. Now, on the issue of being bullied and other people reporting, you know, it's basically them picking on him because he's the easier target for them. So it's up to the parents, especially if your kid goes to school with this child, for you to actually discipline your child. when, I don't know if us, when we were growing up, you just wouldn't bully anybody because, you know, they'll come and tell your mother.
Yeah.
And by your mother, it means kuna slippers, kuna mwiko, kuna, you know, all those special tools that used to discipline us and put us in line.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time that these parents, you know, they understand the situation that this kid is in, and especially kama ni, you know, the child is a special needs child. Something needs to be done very fast. Maybe a good school for the boy where he can actually get to learn, and it feels bad when you can't read and write. It's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. And if you want to help the boy, you can reach out to us. We have the contacts to the grandmother. The biggest need for the grandmother is to take the boy to school, to a special needs school, because clearly he needs to go to a special needs. He said, actually, the grandma said that the boy is very good with fixing radios and whatever electronics within the house. Yeah. He may not be able to write his name and express himself very well, but he's really good with electronics. Now, this informs our next topic, which was caused a bit of a buzz on Twitter. I want to read some of these tweets that came in, because Twitter was on fire last week, and I found this to be very, very divisive, because a lot of people, there were so many people on both sides. So the story is also about poor people having children. And it started with the story of Boniface Murage, who tried to smuggle his baby out of Kenyatta National Hospital with a bill of 56K. You guys know that story. But then social media commentary started with a tweet from Karen Omolo. I think that's the first Twitter account that we traced it to. Tried to DM her for like a very direct message what informed her, but then she's also, I think she's made it private. But this is a tweet. She said, "You had 9 months to prepare for the birth of your kid, only to smuggle him from hospital. Our suffering is self-inflicted." And then she went on to write a whole thread about it. Y'all acting as if it's giving birth is an accident. It's pretty selfish bringing a child into your misery. Sort yourself fast before subjecting another innocent human being to your blood.
Please, come on. First of all, if you read through the whole thread, she's speaking from a point of privilege. So if you are rich, please do not comment on poor people's stuff. Why? You do not understand where this person is coming from. You're speaking from a point of privilege. It's like a white person talking about racism, you know?
It always seems odd.
Yes. You have privilege on your side. Let's assume she said she's speaking from a point of privilege, and she actually responded to it. She's talking from a point of, she's been provided for all her life. She has all these things that other people cannot have. Then she comes and says, "Hey, listen, I don't think it's okay for you if you're poor to have kids. You can't provide for them." Since when did having kids, the only thing that sits at the top of it is, can you provide for them financially? Like, it's the money issue on the top of this. I don't believe that money informs whether a human being should be
brought into this world.
Yes.
Bunde.
There's a difference between being rich and being poor. Definitely the challenges are very, very different. And with pregnancy, you can never be ready for everything. Complications happen, and you can never be ready. Maybe you can be saving a couple of millions to be ready for that accident that might happen, let's say during giving birth or when the kid is growing. But things happen. A baby is not a car. A baby is not someone who you can invest and say, okay, I'm sure you might break your arm when you're 5 years old. Then you save and put it in a circle and get profits while waiting for that accident to happen. So definitely, people should stop talking like it's an investment to a level whereby that you can be ready for everything.
That is it, guys, for Web Wars this week, Web Wars 2. Thank you guys for coming on, Mumbi and Brian, asanteni sana. That has been Web Wars, the stories that have gone viral on the web, and we've talked about them. If there's a story you'd like us to talk about, okay, DM us, we're always open. Your handle, Mumbi?
At Mumbi Mutuku on all social platforms.
At Brian Bunde, everywhere.
All right, thanks for watching. That has been Web Wars for this week.